In this video, we will discuss briefly how to do a bulk download from regulations.gov. And in future videos, touch on a few of the more finer points on how to search and how to use FDMS, which we'll just go over briefly today. But let's start with just addressing the need. We have comments submitted by our stakeholders, whether it be patients, consumers, industry partners, academic partners, and so forth, who make comments in response to anything that is published in the Federal Register that's then posted to regulations.gov. And many of these are either open for public comment or they solicit public comments. So we're going to go over an example today on how we, as working for the FDA, would like to grab onto these comments in order to read them, make sense of them, and answer them in a timely and actionable way. So let's just say you were wondering how the public even knows about regulations.gov. Well, one way they can search, is by just going to fda.gov. So if you wanted to point a person here and like have it be a safe source, then you could go ahead and do that. So this is the URL, and we click on dockets management. And from dockets management, and this has been recently updated, so that's comforting. We can just go down straight to regulations.gov. There is some cool stuff in here, like you can even look at historical dockets information, which goes back way back into the Access database with some chronological lists of petitions and advisory options, which is kind of cool. And so you can go down this rabbit hole, if somebody cared to do so. But right now, I just really want to go to regulations.gov. So I'm going to go ahead and head there. Okay. So now I'm back to wearing the hat where I work at FDA, and I want to search for my docket because I eventually do want to make that bulk download request that we saw here. So how do we get from here to here? So first, I can't remember my docket number for the life of me, right? So, but I know the gist of it, and I know it's for an advisory committee meeting or a public meeting happening tomorrow, actually. So I really want to get the comments on this so I can read them and know what people are talking about. So let's say I know it's a notice because a notice of for public meeting coming up. So it's from FDA. It's a notice, and it relates to animals. Okay, great. So I'm going to search for that. And then I'm going to see what I get. Let's see. Okay, so this is not really getting me what I want. So I'm going to narrow down my search. And I'm going to narrow it down by the last 30 days, let's say, because I know the comment period was kind of long. So I'm going to scroll down again and just see if I can hit it here. And would you look at that? There's my public meeting. Now, if you don't luck out like I did, you can always narrow down your search, or you can check another file, or if you know the data was posted and so forth. So you can narrow down your search a little bit more. Okay, and you'll notice like this one has a little button that says comment. That means there's probably comments on there. This one does not have that little button. That means there's no comments on there. So that's a nice way to filter out your search for dockets, and then documents within that docket that are open for comment, and which documents within a docket are not those which people were commenting about. So I'm going to click this. Now, pardon me. This is the ID number. Okay, this would be the document ID number because it's got a little page here. And so we're going to click here, but I can also just paste, like copy this right now. Okay, I'm going to copy this, but just to get right ahead of it, I'm going to click this here. And I'm going to see, oh my goodness, there's like 1,270 some odd comments. So I really want to read those comments. And then I noticed there's 23 documents. I'm like, well, which of these did people comment about? So I'm just going to click here. And this is just doing my research. So I know that I'm making the right ask, that I get the right data. So now we go back to seeing, oh, look, there's two of these comment boxes, like just available, but for the rest, no comment boxes. So I know that I've isolated these two documents. And so if you wanted to know exactly which two document IDs were associated with comments, you would just grab these numbers, 1299 and 1300. But I don't even have to do that really. What I can do is take this number, or I just, did a copy job on this one. And this is just the letter itself, and this is the request for comments. So this is our big money maker for our grabbing all of our comments here. Okay. And I'm just going to click this tab just for viewing purposes. So we see all these comments. We have no idea what's inside. It could be just text. This one is. And take note of this text. This is a spoiler alert for later. This little setup here with the one sentence at the top and then two more paragraphs. Okay, I'm going to go back and then I'll just click one more just for funsies. Where did I click? All right, let's go to this one. Oh, would you look at that? It's same text. So we've already noticed a pattern. So a question might have appeared in your mind, which is how many of these duplicates are there? We're going to get to that later. How to deduplicate your comments so that you get, like often people do campaigns where they just go in and they cut and paste and they post the same comment over and over again. It's not illegal. It's not verboten. It's okay. We just need to know that so that when we see over 1,000 comments, but we know many of them are duplicates, then we can make our job a little bit more realistic to manage. Okay, so I've got my docket, I've got my document, I know where I'm headed now. So what do I do now? Well, oh golly, I forgot where I was, right? So I would click this button here. This is the home screen. And this just goes right back to this screen. Okay, this is the home screen. So I'm just going to say, well, how do I get this? Okay, bulk download. I see that. Okay, FAQs. They've got so many places here that are posting up to this bulk download, this metadata download bulk. Okay, so we can click FAQs, but I'm not going to do that for this video. Go forth and prosper if you want to do that. I'm going to point out two other ways to find them. This nice green box here, and then this little link down here. So same place. Okay, different button. Click the nice green one. Hey, look, we're back on our fancy screen there. Okay, same exact screen, same URL, regulations.gov/bulk download. Very easy to remember. So what I'm going to do now is I know I only need one of three of these items. Now, the search result you'll get will vary widely based on, or could vary widely. Like if I only put FDA in here, then what would I get out of that? Would have to really kind of put a posted start date and end date. This would render all of FDA's postings to regs.gov in one gigantic, well, potentially gigantic CSV file. Okay. I don't want that for right now. I did get that actually, and I got it in under 2 minutes time delivered to my inbox. I searched for 11/1 to 12/1, 2022, and it grabbed them all for me and put them in a table format. So that way you can use the data in one document. Again, it was delivered to my inbox in under 2 minutes. This one, let's see if I pasted this. Okay, this is the docket ID, so I don't want that. So, I mean, I could put it here. Notice it only allows you to fill in one field. That's because it only needs one field. It only wants one field. Why? Because it knows your FDA. It knows your 2011. I guess this is an old one. Yeah. 2021. That's interesting. 2011. I wonder why it usually has the date. Okay, so this is from last year. Okay. Posted by, well, anyway, we're not going to get too tripped up by that. I thought comment due date. Oh, okay. See, I just discovered something. So this docket asks for a public meeting request for comments for all of the public meetings related to a DUFA. Okay, so that is good to know because we've received 1,265, but we need to identify what the oldest and newest ones are. So let's go older to newer. And we can see this one was posted on 2021. Okay, so these are all new. Like, so if I wanted the newest ones, I would see, okay, these are all 2021. Okay, so it just looks like it was 2021 through this year. I guess people are still posting. So if you wanted to narrow down your search, you can do custom dates on here. But you don't need to do that for bulk download. Okay, so I'm exploring with you because I want to illustrate a few different things that you want to look at before requesting your download, questions that you want answered, information that you want to have before you get that CSV file. Okay, So what we're going to do is we're going to just keep this, well, we're going to do just the docket number. So X here, and this is fine. Okay, I don't need these fields now. Notice FDA, need the fields, the little red asterisks. If I don't use those, then I can just put the docket ID. All right, now I'm gonna, I don't need to select this, so I'm not gonna. I would do notice, and then I'm gonna do I'm not a robot, and it's going to, I already got this delivered, so I don't want that. Okay, so now I'm gonna zip on over to what appeared in my inbox, which looked like this. Your download is ready. It can be downloaded from this link. And I click this link and it downloaded immediately. Okay. So now we go back here and we see all of our comments starting at the top. Okay, I'm just gonna highlight this in gray, and then you would want to like maybe expand your columns. It's a big giant sheet, you know. It's got what 20, 30 some odd columns there. Okay, so we start, and we don't like this is the same information over and over and over again. It just marks the comment number or the document type number. So you'll notice some of these are public submission. That is all a comment. And these are documents like supporting related material. These are notices. These are other things that are posted that are not public comments. So you could make this whole big thing into a table. And then you'll see, just to like triple check, right, that you can go down to the bottom and be like, oh, yep, there's 1,300. So that matches what I saw on regulations.gov. And so this is your bulk download. Now, I already saved it to my OneDrive. It will come up as this little button will be off. And then you'll want to click this up here and save it. I'm going to save it as, guess what? The docket number. So bulk download. And just save it to my OneDrive forever. Very exciting. So that's the end of this video. But again, just to highlight, like, know what docket, know what document, know what you want before you go to your bulk download, because this screen will be frightening. Otherwise, you're like, do I want FDA? Like, what do I want from here? But I will show you that you can get like an entire CSV, and it comes in like seconds. It's crazy. They say up to 24 hours, if they get that this grows in popularity. But I just searched for all proposed rules in the past month, and it just gave me my link. And then I click this link, and it literally plops into my downloads like right now. And so that is really cool. And then it just zips up here, and I have literally every one of these. Doesn't come with comments, I don't think, or unless it does, I have to, again, I don't know what this data means now, because I don't know if this is comments or not. So like I would have to go in and see with each of these. Now I know what I'm working with, 5 proposed rules in the last month. So I would need to go in and see if there were comments and sort of take a look first before just accepting this data as like exactly what I want. So this is just how to do it from regulations.gov. Easiest use cases for these are just you have a docket, or you have a document within a docket that has a lot of comments on it. You go in, you enter this number, you download it, and then you can start to work with this CSV as far as a table to just organize that data. And then the next video, we'll talk about how to do that through FDMS through a process called a deduplication request.